everyone. Welcome back to Monday Medz. I hope your week is off to a great start. Yes, so happy Monday, and thank you for joining me. And for those who I met last week, welcome. Shout out to you all. I know happy Veterans Day to those of you in America and Americans all over the world. We know what men and women did to fight for our freedom not just in America, but freedom that people like us in the Caribbean can also benefit from. So thank you for your service. I know I have friends who have served in the army, and so yes, happy Veterans Day to you all. So yes, last week we did start the series, and I said I'll call it back in my backyard, and I'd like to apologize for the abrupt closure last week. And we're actually running against the rain. As if you can see, it's overcast. So yes, it's in my father-in-law's backyard. And last week we talked about pepper elder and the benefits, the uses, and today we are going to talk about how you can use it. And I'd like to give a thank you, special thank you to my nephew. Thank you, Omario, for doing my video today. So as I said in my previous video, and if you have not seen that video yet, please check it out. Yes, I will put it in the description section of this video on pepper elder and the benefits and its use. And so I will not repeat anything or much of what I said last week, but one of the things that I wanted to say last week that I didn't get to say is that pepper elder, it's a very good herb. It's a very good plant. It's actually, the tree's right behind me, and we deliberately chose this spot because the previous video I showed you in his greenhouse, I showed you a smaller plant, but this is the tree that we're talking about, the pepper elder tree. And I did mention that it's green, and it has, I should have actually said it has pointed tip right there on the edge, the tip of, it's heart-shaped and it has that pointed tip. And yes, I did mention about the flower, right? The flower, you can use it for pepper. So pepper elder, as it's called, pepper elder, I will give you a biblical connotation before we close. So yes, pepper elder is good for pain. It's good. One of the things I did not mention last week, it's good for acne. Yes, ladies, young people, young women. I remember being a teenager and dealing with acne. So pepper elder is good for acne. It's good for boils. It's good for abscess. It's good for cramps. It's good for abdominal pain. Yes, pepper elder is very good. So that's one of the things I did not point out last week that I want to mention. And yes, I did say it is good for fever. And how do you use pepper elder? So my father-in-law taught me how to use it. And you can do it three ways you can use it, or three ways I'll talk about. You can actually infuse it in hot water. So you can take 3 leaves, preferably green, but if you don't have the green one, the fresh green one, you can use the dried leaves. And for the dried leaves, I would more likely say boil them. When they're greener, or when they're green, they infuse better, and you get more out of it quicker. So the green ones, you just infuse 3 leaves in a cup of water, cup of hot water, cover it for about 5 to 10 minutes, and that will seep. And then you can mix it, you can add your honey or sugar, preferably honey. Honey is actually a natural and a better sweetener for your body. And we know that many people have flus and colds this time of the year, so it's better to use honey. Avoid sugar, because sugar it cuts down your immune system. So we're talking about pepper elder. You can infuse it to make a tea. You can also boil it. You can boil it to make a tea, and like I did tell you last week, you can steam it. You can steam it and eat it, and I did try it. I actually had some earlier. I put it in the hot water to make a tea, and then I ate the pepper elder out of the cup, and it was actually better. It tasted better than when I steamed it, because it didn't taste that peppery. Remember last week I talked about it being spicy? Yes, it didn't taste that peppery when I infused it in the hot water. And so you can also do a bath with it. The bath is usually done to help people with fevers. So you can do a bath. You can infuse. You can boil actually all of this. So you can boil. You can boil. You can boil some leaves. The recipe I'll put in the description section of this video. But you can boil 4 cups of pepper elder along with the roots, and the stem. You can boil it in about 16 cups of water and do a bath. You can use it to bring your fever or your temperature down. And before we go, I did promise you always to give you a biblical reference. So pepper elder, as the word pepper, thinking of pepper in the Bible, pepper is hot. And God says, "He rather us hot or cold, not lukewarm." He rather us hot. And if we're not hot, he rather us cold. But he doesn't want us lukewarm. He wants us to be hot and to be on fire for him. And that's found in Revelation 3 verse 16. So God wants us to be hot and on fire for him. I hope you'll have a wonderful week, and God be with you.